Alright guys, I'm back again. This time I'm getting ready to do the initial oil change on the Kipor IG1000P. This generator has been running a total of around 12 hours. Most recently it's run maybe around 10 minutes just to get the engine warm enough so that the oil flows out easily when we change it. So before we get started, there's a few things you need to do to the generator. That's going to include turning off the fuel cap. That's going to be in the off position in case the fuel starts to spill, because we are going to have to tip over the unit in order to change the oil. We're also going to want to make sure that the on-off switch on the side here is in the off position, because it of course controls the fuel as well as the ignition, so want to make sure that that's off. And in order to do the oil change, we're going to need a couple of things. Obviously, you're going to need oil. Now, I'm just using 10W30 conventional oil because this is the same exact bottle that I use for the break-in oil that's in the unit now. And it only used probably maybe a quarter or so of it. So I have another couple of oil changes left in this bottle. So what I'm going to do is, instead of doing one break-in period, I'm going to do a couple of break-in periods, just because I have this quart of oil here that I'm really not going to use for anything else, because all of my other equipment is going to use synthetic oil. And that's exactly what I'm going to put in this unit after I run this out. So another couple of break-in periods, probably get somewhere in the 20-hour or more range before I start putting fully synthetic oil in it. So we have that. We're also going to need the supplied oil cup. We're just going to fill this cup completely up, and that should be sufficient for filling the unit up. We're going to need a flathead screwdriver. Doesn't have to be this long, but nice little flathead on there in order for us to take the side cover off. We're going to need a roll of paper towel to get up any spills, and then you may just be able to see the tip of my funnel there, a little blue funnel at the bottom. That's for catching the oil, and that's going into a 1-gallon bottle. So the unit, again, has run beforehand. I've let it cool down for around a minute or two, well, 2 minutes since I've been speaking. And we're just going to take the side panel off and drain the oil, then add the oil. So let's do that. So to take off our side panel, just simply going to put the screwdriver in here, turn it counterclockwise until this screw is loose enough for us to take off the side panel. Alright, just set that off to the side, and where you're going to add your oil is this little dipstick area here. And that's where we're going to add and take out this old engine oil. It's kind of warm in this section. It's not hot, but just make sure that you're not touching any of the bare metal components, just in case they may be hot. But our oil is at an appropriate level here. Looks fairly clean, but we're going to change it anyway, just in case there are any metal flakes or particles left behind during the manufacturing process. So now that the cap is off, I've got my little funnel cup set here. This is actually sitting in a folding chair so that I have a little bit of leverage to spill this out. And all we're going to do is turn the unit to a side, and you see that that oil is flowing out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this drain out for a few minutes, and then we'll get to putting the oil in. So now the oil is fully drained. As you see, it's inevitable that you're going to get a little bit of spillage just because of the way this lip is made, this little extension lip, so that the oil doesn't leak inside of the unit. So what we're going to do is take our roll of paper towel and mop that up. And it comes off quite easily, doesn't leave behind a stain or anything. We're going to keep the same paper towel just in case we have a spill when we're adding the oil. Alright, so as you can see, the oil level is perfect. After we emptied our bottle, a little bit of oil started running out. That lets us know that it's full. If you want to further confirm that, you can take your dipstick, wipe it off. It has a high and a low mark. Just go ahead, insert it in, and it's at the high mark. So all we're going to do now is put the dipstick screw, put the dipstick itself all the way back in. We're going to clean up the oil. Like I said, to keep your old paper towel, you're just going to mop that up, put the cover back on, and let it run. But as of right now, you have just completed your oil change, and your unit's all set for the next adventure or power outage. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and peace.